Welcome to Learn English with Podcast. Today, our amazing hosts, Luca and Maria, are here to take you through another exciting episode. Luca, Maria, over to you.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. Have you ever noticed how some people just seem to breeze through life changes, while others get stuck?
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today, this whole world of personal transformation and figuring out what really makes those shifts happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you'll be surprised to hear that it's not about magic or, luck or sudden overnight transformations.
Not at all.
We're going to bust those myths wide open today.
All right.
Get ready for some seriously empowering insights, because what we've uncovered on this learning journey, so to speak, might just change your approach to making those big life changes.
You know what I find really intriguing is that the foundation of real lasting change, it isn't about making some grand gesture. It's really about those small, consistent actions that you take every single day.
So no more thinking we need to climb Mount Everest in a single bound.
Exactly.
What a relief. But seriously, how do these little things add up to real change? That's what I'm curious about.
Well, think of it like the 1% rule. Improving just 1% each day actually leads to being 37 times better in a year.
Whoa.
And that's the power of that consistent incremental progress.
Okay, hold on. 37 times better. Now, that's a number that gets my attention. So it's like compound interest,
yes.
but for your personal growth, right?
Exactly. And that's where James Clear's atomic habits comes in,
Right.
It's that idea that tiny changes done consistently can reshape who you are over time. It's not just about doing something different. It's about becoming someone different.
It's funny, that reminds me of this story we came across.
Oh, yeah.
About someone who became fluent in English simply by listening to podcasts every single day.
Wow.
No intense language courses or anything, just consistent exposure. And it's amazing how those small steps can lead to such incredible results.
It really highlights this crucial point. It's not about finding the perfect method. It's about finding something that works for you and sticking with it.
Yeah.
Consistency is key.
So it's not just about doing. It's about believing that you can do it. That whole mindset thing, right?
Absolutely. Mindset is everything.
Yeah.
Having a growth mindset, that belief in your own ability to improve, is like unlocking a superpower. It opens up possibilities, but then you get stuck in a fixed mindset, thinking you're limited, incapable of change, and, well, you're likely to stay stuck.
This is where things get really fascinating, though.
Yeah.
Our brains are wired to focus on what we train them to notice.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed how, like, after you learn a new word,
Yeah.
you suddenly hear it everywhere? That's your brain on a mission.
That's the reticular activating system, or RAS.
Right.
Filtering information based on what you've basically told it is important. So if you tell yourself, I can't do this, your brain will helpfully go out and find evidence to back you up.
Right.
But if you focus on positive affirmations like, I'm getting better every day, your brain will start noticing your progress.
Right.
And then reinforcing that positive cycle.
That's so true. I remember when I was learning English, I was terrified to make mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
But the more I hesitated, the harder it became. And it was only when I took that first step, imperfections and all that, that I started building real confidence.
And that's a powerful lesson. Done is better than perfect.
Yeah.
So many people get paralyzed by perfectionism that they never actually take action. Remember, action creates momentum, and momentum fuels confidence.
So sometimes you just got to jump in, even if you don't feel 100% ready.
Yeah.
But what about the people around us?
Yeah.
Did they play a role in all this?
Absolutely. Our environment plays a huge role in shaping our habits and decisions. It's that old saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Right.
It really makes you think about the company you keep, doesn't it?
This whole idea of environment reminds me of something. When I was learning English, I felt so stuck until I found a community of other learners. Having people to practice with, to share struggles, and celebrate wins with made all the difference. It was like stepping into a whole new world of support and encouragement.
That's a perfect illustration of how the right environment can become this incredible support system that propels your growth.
Right.
So it's not just about individual effort.
Yeah.
It's about intentionally creating an environment that nurtures positive change.
So we've covered small steps, mindset, and environment. All crucial elements in making those positive shifts happen.
Yeah.
Are there any other pieces to this puzzle of personal transformation?
There's one more element we should explore, the power of language.
Oh, interesting.
The words we use can actually shape our thoughts and actions. Sometimes simply learning new words or phrases can give us a fresh perspective, help us articulate our goals more clearly,
Yeah.
and ultimately empower us to take more effective action. It's fascinating how language can become this toolkit for self-discovery and growth. The words we use can really shift our perspective and help us navigate, that often complex terrain of personal change.
So it's not just about learning new words. It's about understanding how those words can change the way we think and feel about ourselves and our goals. It's like unlocking a secret code to personal transformation.
Exactly. And that's why I find it so exciting to explore the specific language that can empower us, on this journey.
Okay, I'm ready to dive into this linguistic treasure trove. What are some of those powerful words or phrases that can help us better understand and articulate, our aspirations?
Let's start with a word that's often at the heart of personal change, transformation. It's a word that can evoke both excitement and, a bit of trepidation.
I know you mean transformation sounds pretty dramatic, like a complete metamorphosis. Is that really what we're talking
Well,
about?
while it can conjure up images of sudden radical shifts, I think it's more helpful to view transformation as a process, a continuous journey of growth and evolution.
So it's not about becoming a completely different person overnight, but rather about consistently refining and improving ourselves over time.
Precisely. It's a journey, not a destination. And along this journey, we're going to encounter challenges, obstacles, and unexpected detours, but those are all part of the process.
Speaking of challenges, I think it's important to talk about how we approach them. We all face obstacles, but it's our mindset that determines whether they become roadblocks or stepping stones.
Absolutely. Obstacles are inevitable, but they don't have to define us. In fact, they can become valuable opportunities for learning, adaptation, and resilience.
So instead of viewing obstacles as setbacks, we can reframe them as challenges to overcome, lessons to be learned, and ultimately opportunities for growth.
Exactly. It's all about embracing a growth mindset, that belief that we can learn and improve through challenges and seeing obstacles as stepping stones on our path to becoming the best versions of ourselves.
I love that perspective. So empowering to think that we have the ability to choose how we respond to challenges and use them to our advantage.
And that brings us to another crucial word, action. We can talk about transformation and mindset all day long, but without action, they're just concepts.
That's so true. It's easy to get caught up in planning and strategizing, but ultimately it's the actions we take, those small, consistent steps that create real, tangible results.
Precisely. It's about putting those insights into practice,
Yeah.
about taking those small steps day after day. And remember, it's the consistency that matters most.
I think sometimes we underestimate the power of those seemingly insignificant daily actions. They might not feel groundbreaking in the moment, but over time they can create a ripple effect that leads to incredible transformations.
Absolutely. It's the compound effect in action. Just like those small, consistent deposits into a savings account can grow into a significant sum over time, those small, consistent actions can lead to remarkable results in our personal lives.
So we've talked about transformation, obstacles, growth mindset, and action. Are there any other key words or phrases that come to mind when you think about personal change?
Yes, one more that's absolutely essential, self-compassion. Change can be challenging, and we need to be kind to ourselves throughout the process.
That's a really important point. We often tend to be our own harshest critics, but if we want to make lasting changes, we need to approach ourselves with the same understanding and support that we would offer to a good friend.
Exactly. We're all human, we all make mistakes, and that's okay. It's part of the learning process. The key is to learn from those mistakes, forgive ourselves, and keep moving forward.
So transformation, obstacles, growth mindset, action, and self-compassion. These are all essential ingredients in the recipe for personal change. But it's not about achieving some kind of perfect balance or following a rigid formula. It's about understanding these concepts and then applying them to our own unique journeys in a way that feels authentic and empowering.
I completely agree. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to personal transformation. It's about finding what works for you, experimenting, adjusting course as needed, and most importantly, being patient with yourself along the way.
And I think that's a great message to leave our listeners with. Personal change is a journey, not a destination. It's about continuous growth and evolution, about embracing the challenges and celebrating the triumphs along the way.
And remember, you have the power within you to create the life you want. It starts with a single step, a single decision to become 1% better today than you were yesterday.
I love that. It's a reminder that even the smallest actions can have a profound impact over time.
Absolutely. So don't underestimate the power of those small steps. Start today. Start now.
Okay, before we get too carried away with our newfound inspiration, let's bring it back to something very specific, language. We were talking about how the words we use can influence our thoughts and actions. Are there any particular words or phrases that stand out to you as being particularly helpful on this journey of personal change?
One word that I find incredibly empowering is choice. We often feel trapped by circumstances, but in reality, we always have choices. Even in the most challenging situations, we have the power to choose our response, our attitude, and our actions.
I love that word, choice. It reminds us that we're not victims of our circumstances. We have agency. We have the power to make decisions that shape our lives.
Exactly. And when we embrace the power of choice, we step into a place of empowerment and possibility.
So instead of saying, I have to do this, we can reframe it as I choose to do this. It's a subtle shift in language, but it can have a profound impact on our mindset and our motivation.
Absolutely. And another powerful word is intention. When we approach our actions with intention, we're more likely to stay focused and committed to our goals.
Intention is like setting our internal compass, guiding us towards what truly matters. It's about being deliberate and mindful in our actions rather than simply reacting to whatever comes our way.
Exactly. And when we combine intention with action, we create a powerful force for positive change.
This conversation about language is so fascinating. It's making me realize how much power our words hold.
Yeah.
They can either limit us or liberate us, depending on how we use them.
That's such a great observation, and it highlights the importance of being mindful of our language and choosing words that empower us and support our growth.
This has been such an insightful exploration of the language of personal change. It's amazing how even the smallest shifts in our vocabulary can have a ripple effect on our thoughts, feelings, and actions.
Absolutely. And remember, it's an ongoing process. As we continue to learn and grow, our language will evolve with us. The key is to be open to new perspectives, to experiment with different words and phrases, and to find what resonates with us personally.
I'm already starting to think about how I can incorporate these powerful words into my daily life. It's like having a whole new set of tools to navigate the challenges and opportunities that come my way.
That's wonderful to hear. And as you continue on your journey of personal transformation, remember to be kind to yourself. Celebrate your progress, and never stop exploring the power of language to shape your reality.
This has been such an inspiring conversation. I feel like we've uncovered so many valuable insights about the process of personal change and the role that language plays in that journey. But before we wrap up, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on something. We've talked a lot about individual effort, but what about the role of community and connection in personal transformation?
That's a great question, and it's something we often overlook in our quest for self-improvement. We tend to focus on individual effort and willpower, but the truth is we're not meant to do this alone. We're social creatures, and we thrive in connection with others.
I couldn't agree more. I know from my own experience that having a supportive community can make all the difference in the world. It's about having people who understand your struggles, who celebrate your wins, and who encourage you to keep going when things get tough.
Exactly. And it's not just about receiving support, it's also about giving support. When we contribute to a community, we feel a sense of belonging and purpose. It helps us see beyond our own individual struggles and connect to something larger than ourselves.
It's like the saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Personal transformation is a journey, and it's much more enjoyable and sustainable when we have companions along the way.
Absolutely. And it's not just about having a few close friends or family members who support you. It's also about seeking out communities that align with your values and goals. Whether it's a local group, an online forum, or a professional organization connecting with like-minded individuals can provide you with a sense of belonging, inspiration, and accountability.
I think that's a really important point. Surrounding yourself with the people who are also on a path of growth and self-discovery can be incredibly motivating and inspiring. It's like creating a positive feedback loop that amplifies your own efforts.
Exactly. And when we're part of a supportive community, we're more likely to take risks, to step outside of our comfort zones, and to push ourselves further than we ever thought possible.
This conversation about community is really resonating with me. It's reminding me of the power of connection and how much easier it is to navigate the ups and downs of life when we have a strong support system in place.
I completely agree. We're not meant to do this alone, and that's why I encourage everyone to seek out communities that nourish their souls, inspire their growth, and remind them that they're not alone on this journey. It's really about understanding you have more control over your life than you might think, you know?
Yeah.
It's not about finding some, magic formula or having overnight success.
Right.
It really boils down to those small, consistent actions, cultivating a growth mindset,
Right.
surrounding yourself with positive influences,
Yeah.
and really embracing the power of community.
It's like we're not just passive passengers on this journey of life,
Right.
We're the drivers.
Exactly.
We have the power to choose our direction, navigate the twists and turns, and create a destination that aligns with our values and aspirations.
Exactly. And even if you're feeling stuck right now, just remember that change is always possible. It really starts with that first step,
Right.
that commitment to becoming just 1% better each day.
It's about shifting our focus from those overwhelming, monumental changes to the smaller, more manageable actions
Right.
that, when repeated consistently, can create those extraordinary results. It's about embracing the power of the compound effect in all areas of our lives.
Absolutely. So no more waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. Start where you are with what you have and take that first step today.
I love that. It's a call to action, an invitation to stop procrastinating and start creating the life we want.
And as you embark on this journey of transformation, remember to be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and never stop learning and growing. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you to become the best version of yourself.
This has been such an inspiring conversation. We've explored so many facets of personal transformation, from the power of small steps to the importance of mindset, environment, language, and community. And it's clear that lasting change isn't a quick fix, but rather a journey of self-discovery and growth.
And it's a journey that's worth taking, because when we commit to personal growth, we not only transform our own lives, but we also inspire and empower those around us.
Absolutely. It's like a ripple effect that extends outwards, creating positive change in our families, our communities, and ultimately the world.
And that's a pretty amazing legacy to leave behind, don't you think?
I couldn't agree more. So, to our amazing listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into personal transformation. We hope you found it insightful, inspiring, and empowering.
Remember, the power to change your life lies within you. You have everything you need to create the life you want.
Don't forget to share this deep dive with anyone who might benefit from these insights, and let's spread the message of hope, empowerment, and the transformative power of personal growth.
And if you enjoyed this dank dive, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking conversations and deep dives into the topics that matter most to you. We'll be back soon with more insights, inspiration, and practical tools to help you create the life you deserve.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.
All right, let's ditch the textbook tone and get real for a second. We've all had those moments, right? You staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., or maybe you stuck in traffic, and this little voice inside whispers, "Is this it? Is this really all there is?" That's your inner GPS telling you it's time for a detour, a major life upgrade. And honestly, who hasn't felt that itch to just change things up? Think of your life like a messy room. You've got piles of maybe later projects, a closet full of old habits that don't fit anymore, and that one corner where you just shove everything you don't want to deal with. Now you could keep living in that clutter, tripping over the same old stuff. Or you could grab a metaphorical trash bag and start cleaning house. First things first, let's stop pretending we know exactly what we want. We rebombarded with images of perfect lives on social media. But those are just highlight reels. What really makes you tick? What makes you forget to check your phone? Is it painting? Hiking? Deep conversations with friends? Maybe it's volunteering or finally learning to play that guitar you bought years ago. Grab a notebook and start writing down those little sparks of joy. No judgment, just honest reflection. Now let's talk about those shoulds that are weighing you down. I should get a better job. I should lose weight. I should be more organized. These shoulds are often someone else's expectations, not your own. Instead, ask yourself, what do I want? What truly lights you up? If you could wave a magic wand and design your ideal day, what would it look like? Here's the tricky part. We all have that inner critic, that voice that whispers, "You're not good enough," or "I'll never succeed." That voice is a liar. It's built on old fears and insecurities. Instead of fighting it, try acknowledging it. Thanks for your input, but I am going to try this anyway. Imagine your inner critic as that annoying backseat driver who always gives terrible directions. You wouldn't let them drive, would you? Let's get practical. You want to eat healthier? Don't overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start with one small change, like adding a salad to your lunch. Want to exercise more? Start with a 10-minute walk around the block. Small wins build momentum. Think of it like planting seeds. You don't get a giant tree overnight. You water the seed, give it sunlight, and watch it grow. We re-social creatures, and the people we surround ourselves with have a huge impact on our lives. Are your friends and family supporting your goals, or are they dragging you down? It's not about cutting people out, but about creating space for positive influences. Find your tribe, those people who get you, who cheer you on, and who inspire you to be your best self. And let's be real, change is scary. It's like stepping into the unknown, leaving the familiar behind. But here's the thing, staying stuck is scarier. Imagine looking back on your life and wondering, what if? What if I had taken that chance? What if I had followed my dreams? Don't let fear hold you hostage. Remember those days when you were a kid and you were completely absorbed in play. You were present, you were creative, you were fearless. We need to rediscover that sense of playfulness. Make time for things that bring you joy, even if it seems silly or unproductive. Laugh more, dance more, sing more. Life's too short to be serious all the time. And when you stumble, because you will, don't beat yourself up. We all have bad days, moments of weakness. It's okay to fall down. The important thing is to get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Every setback is a learning opportunity, a chance to grow stronger and wiser. Finally, celebrate your progress. Take a moment to appreciate how far you've come. You're not the same person you were a year ago, a month ago, even a week ago. You re-evolving, you re-growing, you re-becoming the best version of yourself. And that, my friends, is something to celebrate. So go ahead, take that leap. Your life is waiting.
Thank you for watching. Your journey to better English and unstoppable confidence starts here. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep growing together. See you in the next video, champion.